Hello, all you crazy cats and kittens out there in pod person land. Welcome back to another episode of For the Love of Movies. I'm Sean Faw, and today we're going to be talking about Spiral Book of Saw from the books of Saw movies. Saw, Spiral from the book of Saw. Spiral, yeah. Ah, Jesus. This thing is basically a pilot episode for CSI Snuff, starring Chris Rock as both Riggs and Murtaugh. In this, Rock plays the only not crooked cop in the world who is in charge of a case with a string of brutally gruesome cop murders. And about a third of this movie is Rock walking around spouting unfunny versions of his C-list stand-up material. Another third is poorly written cop drama shit. And the final third is just pure torture porn. And get this, we show it. We show all of it.
Hello, Detective Banks. Do you know where your officers are?
Now, even though the writing is shit, I can assure you the visuals offer no help at all either. Mostly everything is shot way too close and full of frenetic jump cuts because otherwise it would be even more obvious how shit this thing really is. Then there's the flashback scenes, which were just a weird combination of things we have seen and things from years ago and things that I think were just made up. Well, at least we know there was stuff from years ago because Samuel L. Jackson had a really bad fake mustache and Chris Rock had his backwards baseball cap. So there you go.
Whoever did this has another motive, something personal.
When was the last time you saw your father?
Jigsaw?
Wait, I thought the Jigsaw Killer was dead.
He is.
Then there's all the gore stuff. They definitely took more care with this snuff portions than any other part of this movie. And it's still too closely shot and mostly shots of nondescript machinery that feels like a 90s Trent Reznor music video mixed with bad acting and bloody graphic dismemberment. But the worst part about all the gore stuff is it's just totally out of place in the telling of this story. There's no consistency to how or when we see the murders. Sometimes it's just a straight narrative of the movie. Sometimes it's a memory. Sometimes it's like a visualization of speculations, maybe. It just really seems like any excuse to cut away from this low-rent cop show and throw in some Saw movie outtakes. And then there's this conspicuous lack of seeing some of the other murders, and that just sort of gives away any reveal they were trying to hide.
I need everyone on this case! He could be anywhere. He could be anyone. We're gonna tear this city apart.
Now for the acting. Jesus fuck, it's all just so bad all around. I can't really even blame them either. This level of crap can only come from the top down. It's Samuel L. Jackson, for Christ's sake. He's an accomplished, talented, charismatic actor, but you would have no idea that would be in any way possible if all you saw was this movie. They do really try, but there's just nothing cool about Sam Jackson in this. He is mostly there to throw out filler lines and lame exposition, and he does it all without any of the usual Jackson flair. Now, Chris Rock, while he may not have anywhere near the same acting credibility as Mr. Jackson, in my mind, he's usually at least serviceable with, at least a bit of the charm and charisma that is necessary for a leading role. But none of that came through here at all. He was weird and fumbly and awkward and hard, but not hard at the same time. And even the stand-up bits that should just kind of flow like water for someone that spends so much time on stage as him, they were just constantly falling flat as he spouts off about such classics as middle-aged divorce and plot holes in old movies.
This package just came in.
Get everybody out of here. Play me.
Jigsaw copycat.
It's gonna go sideways fast.
And the rest of the cast is even worse, feeling like they all just got rejected from every other cop show in town. The Ouroboros of shit writing and shit acting combined to make you not give a shit about anything or anyone in this movie.
All available units, officer down.
That was just a diversion to get us out of the precinct.
And now that I think about it, that might be part of the conceptual failing of this movie from the beginning. Because normally in any horror movie about killing anyone, we get to know the victim and hopefully even like them a little bit first. So when they are in danger, we kind of care as an audience. And here they took the sort of all cops are bastards route of today's culture war, and they decided that all the cops would be shown as crooked pieces of shit, which from a zeitgeist standpoint may have some merit, but from a storytelling aspect, all it really does is make you not care about anyone or anything in this movie. And in fact, when they do reveal the villain, they are really the only one the audience can even begin to empathize with, other than possibly Chris Rock's character, but even that's a stretch.
Find him. They're hours, not days.
How can I catch this guy? If there's nobody on the force, I can trust.
You can't do this alone.
Also, the music in this thing is just so bad. At one point, a cell phone started ringing in the theater, and I got a little annoyed. Then I realized the sound was actually in the movie. And so I was watching and waiting for someone to pick up the very obvious ringing phone. But then I realized that there was no phone, and that was just the music they picked to be the background of this fucking scene. And I swear to God, the soundtrack to this movie is a 30-year-old fucking ringtone. Anyways, a couple hundred years ago, we had public hangings and stockades and stake burnings to satisfy our communal bloodlust. I guess now we have Saw movies. So it goes. You can take the man out of the Middle Ages, but you can't take the Middle Age out of the man, I guess. So if you still need to continually satisfy that bloodlust, this may tide you over until racist-ass Melly Gibson's makes another Passion movie. But for the rest of us, it's totally skippable. Anyways, this has been For the Love of Movies. I'm Sean Faw. This has been, Spiral, the Book of Saw, whatever movie thing. Yeah. Like, comment, subscribe, share, tell a friend, tell your enemies, thumbs down, do whatever. Tell me what I should see next. Thinking about branching out and doing some older classic movies. So let me know if you want my hot takes on those. And check out all the other shit on Fawcast Network, fawcast.com. And that's it. Bye. Later. Go away.
Hello, Detective Banks. When was the last time you saw your father?